hands, which numbers you want to see, do, go over, questions out.
I'm ready. You're wrong.
Nah.
I did.
Right, come on.
Okay. I was in the process of looking and didn't get a chance to look at everyone's hands. Okay, so we will do.
She said 2.
We're gonna do 4, 5, and 3. Sorry for this.
Damn.
Alright, for number 3, we have a fraction that equals another fraction. What is our first step? Cross multiply. The 6 to everything down here, the 8 to everything down here.
Joking.
So that was not your first step. Go ahead and erase that, rewrite it. And then distribute. Based on this right here, how many solutions are we going to have? 1, none, 1. Because we have different coefficients. So move one of them to the other side. Move the constant to the other side. What is that?
Negative 29.
Alright, so negative.
It's not 29.
It's 24. Isn't it 24? Negative.
Wait.
It's negative 28.
Is this 28? Yeah. Well, I got 28.
You are.
No,
I got 28.
I got negative
It's all-
14. There you
It's
go.
okay.
You still get it wrong?
I got it right. Leave me up.
Alright, questions on that one?
Big bully.
You did it.
What?
I see what your face did. You're like, Two. Alright. Who's the winner now? Yes, you know.
Alright, 4 on the back. If we are evaluating when x equals 9, what am I doing with this 9?
Put it in for the X.
Putting it in for x. So 2 times the cube root of negative 1 plus 9. You could do this by hand. Do what's on the inside first. Take the cube root of 8, which was what? What is the cube root of 8? What times what will be 8?
8 times 500.
2.
2. And then multiply together to get 4. So 4 should have been your final answer. You got something other than 4, erase that, fix that. Questions on that one?
Wait. How is it 2?
Times what gives you 8?
Let's not call names.
My bad.
So if I go into math 4 and I type in the cube root of 8.
Oh.
Alright, number 5. Distribute to everything. I'm just going to multiply as is first. Alyssa and Sam, you guys did not talk over me, please. Thank you. Okay, so if you went straight into simplifying, that's okay. That's fine. This would be 5 fourths x plus 4 thirds minus 1/2 x minus 1/3. And then you could have combined these in your calculator or did it by hand, either or, it didn't matter. So this would have become -2/4. So if you combine these two, that would be 3/4 x. When you combine these two, you would get 3/3 or 1. And then you would just solve it like a normal problem. Get rid of 1 by subtracting. And then how could I get rid of the 3/4?
Divided.
So let's stop dividing at this point, flip it, and multiply. So that x equals -24/3 or -8.
Wait, is it okay if you don't flip it? Because like if you don't flip it, you'll get the same answer.
You get the same answer, but at this point you should be flipping and multiplying. You should no longer be dividing. Questions on that one?
Could you scroll up?
Yes.
Thank you.
I will after this. Once you have everything, make sure your name is on your SharkBite answer sheet and pass those up.
Never got number 9. The start number 9.
The lowest gets dropped anyway. The lowest gets dropped anyway.
You don't.
I never got number 9.
Can you give me your paper?
How you can put this in the pen.
Say it, I need to pass yours up. Now, some of this stuff doesn't really apply to you guys because most of you do what you're supposed to do, but some of it does. So, most of you, when you're given flex time, do what you're supposed to do. Use the time wisely. Some of you do not. So, today and tomorrow, during your flex day, I want to remind you, reiterate that you should be using this time to do your test corrections, to do your double math, to do your additional practice, because that's what this time is for. Not to play games on your computer, not to talk to other people, not to be on your phone. So, those things. Because many of you are not using this time wisely and then spending time after school or not, and then waiting until the last minute to do retake stuff. And we're going to avoid doing that this quarter. We are not going to wait until the last week to do retake stuff. We're going to get that stuff done ahead of time. Which means, 1, you should be doing your Delta math regardless whether you have to retake or not. So if you're doing it on time when I tell you it's due, then that's one less thing for you to worry about later. The additional practice comes out once you finish the test, so you have less time to start on that, but you could always work on that whether you are going to retake or not, because it's always good practice. Many of you are not coming to see me until you go to retake, which is a problem. Because if you're not understanding something in class, we did something today and I asked you questions, but you're not coming to see me in that week to ask questions about what we went over in class, you're not remembering what we did next week, and then it builds until the quiz, until the test, and then you're failing the quiz and failing the test and having to retake. You need to come see me as soon as you don't understand something. If that's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing. Tuesday through Thursday. I don't care. But you need to come get help if you need help. You should not be waiting. We understand each other. Nods or yeses?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. That was majority. Last minor thing. If you know you're coming to see me, make the appointment before you come here. That way there's less time that you have to spend getting on your computer, turning it on, getting into Canvas, all those things. Do that before you come to my room. Then you have more time to work on whatever you need to work on. Alright. So I have some of you that need to finish tests. I'm going to move you to these two tables. So if you don't need to finish your tests from these two tables, you can move. So those that need to finish tests are going to sit over here and do that. Everyone else is going to get their tests back to see if they want to retake or not. And then I'll come back to see if you want to retake. Some of you are missing double math, so you'll be working on that.